What is the best wheated bourbon on the market? Let's find out. Welcome to Average Joe's Whiskey. My name is Joe Carpel. A lot of really good wheated bourbons came out last year. So today we're gonna blind them against each other and against two classic wheated bourbons to see which one comes out on top and which one comes out on the bottom and which ones come out in the middle. We're gonna figure all that out in just a minute. First, I'm gonna go through all of the bourbons that are gonna be in this blind. First up, we have Green River. Green River Wheated came out last year. I think it came out last year. I found it last year. But this is $35. Excellent, excellent deal. It's 90 proof. I think it's like 4 years old, but very tasty wheated bourbon for a very reasonable price. Next up, we have Holladay Soft Red Wheat. So this is a 6-year-old bottled in bond wheated bourbon. This one sells, I think, for about $59.99. Also very tasty. Honestly, I like their Ben Holladay bourbon a little bit better than the wheated, but this one's still very good for the price. Next up, we have the BBC. I guess BBC could mean a few different things, but in this case, it means Bardstown Bourbon Company. So this is their Origin series. This is also 6 years old, bottled in bond. So very similar stats to the Holladay here. But this is an excellent, excellent product that Bardstown put out last year. They blended it into their Discovery 11. Well, it's a small percentage, but they blended it in. And I absolutely love the Discovery 11. I absolutely love this. I absolutely love BBC, meaning Bardstown Bourbon Company. I think that's the only BBC I love. And sometimes the TV channel, if I want to watch like a Ricky Gervais show or something. All right, let's keep going. So these are the three newer wheated bourbons, all of them great values, in my opinion. So I figured we would see how they do against little Maker's Mark 101 and Weller Special Reserve. So these are all wheaters in a similar proof point between 90 and 101 proof. All right, that's enough about these. Let's get into it. All right, so we got all 5 right here. They're already pretty mixed up, but let's do this thing. All right, good enough. All right, so I'm gonna go through each of these. I'm gonna nose them, I'm gonna taste them, and at the end, I will tell you which one is the best and which one is the worst and which 3 are in the middle. All right, so here I'm gonna call these A, B, C, D, E. All right, let's do this. So glass A smells really good right off the bat. A little baking spice, which I like in a wheated bourbon. It's also a little bit earthy and a little bit nutty. I'm not sure which one of these should be nutty, which is kind of weird. All right, glass B. So first impression of glass B, it's a little more muted than glass A. It's actually kind of a similar nose, but a little more muted. Glass C. This one smells very grassy. Not a lot of sweetness, not a lot of like confectionery sweetness, just real grassy. That's the only way to describe it. Oh man. All right, D's definitely got the best nose so far. Yeah, D just has a killer sweet nose. I feel like I know which one that is, but that's not the point of this. All right, glass E. Ooh, E is leaping out of the glass too. Getting a little bubble gum on E. Maybe some cherry bubble gum, vanilla. All right, let's get back to A. Let's taste these. Yeah, so A definitely has a little caramel and vanilla, but you can also smell the wheat here. The wheat really comes through. All right. Wow, surprisingly good. I would have to say, I think the palate is a little better than the nose here. Let's go again. Yeah, A just lit up the whole tongue. A lot of spice, a lot of sweetness. That was a very nice experience. I really like A. All right, let's move on. Glass B. B's got a little nuttiness and a little grassiness, kind of like a fresh cut lawn. Maybe like a tart apple. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of a sour apple. All right, let's try it. That one's got a bitter note that kind of carries through the whole palate. This is not nearly as good as glass A. Let's try it again. All right, I mean, it does light up the tongue, but it's not sweet. Like it's got some, I said the nose is kind of like a tart apple, and it tastes like that on the palate too. All right, glass B is behind. Glass C. This was the one that originally I thought had the worst nose. After B, the nose is a little better. There's some brown sugar in there under those grassy notes. Yeah, you can smell some wheat on this one too. Let's try it. Not as sweet as A, much better than B. I think C is a solid bourbon. Not gonna blow your balls off, but solid. All right, D. So D was the one that I thought had the best nose when I went through and nosed them all. It does have a really great nose. And it's just cherry vanilla all day. Like a vanilla ice cream sundae with a cherry on top. Gorgeous, gorgeous nose. There might be some like red apple in there too. Yeah, this is just a great nose. Let's try it. Yeah, the palate just matches the nose beautifully. I would say it didn't light up my palate like A did, although A was my first sip of whiskey of the day too. I'm gonna have to go back to these. But this one's just really, God, I hate using this word. It's really smooth though. It's got a great mouthfeel. It's like drinking cream almost. All right, on to E. Yeah, E's got a really interesting nose too. It's got that bubblegum note that I like. I don't remember getting a bubblegum note from any of the bourbons in this blind, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, blinds are just a different animal. I mean, you think you like a certain bourbon and then you put it against 4 other bourbons and suddenly you don't like it as much. Bubblegum and candy, like a hard candy, like a cherry, not a cherry cough drop, but like maybe like a honey candy. Definitely some honey in here too. All right, let's try it. This one also has a really nice mouthfeel. Very solid bourbon. I don't think it's quite on the same level as A and D, but let's go back through. We'll figure this out. This is hard work, but somebody's got to do it, man. They're already poured, so. How are we gonna figure out which one's best if we don't drink them all? I don't know who that was. All right, let's go back to D. Yeah, D just has such a phenomenal nose. It's crazy. Yeah, D is great. D really doesn't have any flaws. It's just sweet all the way through. My only issue, there's no spice. Like, it doesn't light up your palate like A did. But other than that, I can't really find anything wrong with it. So we'll keep D in the running for sure. We will keep D in the running. All right, back to C. C still smells grassy and a little nutty. What does this smell like? Maybe a little like wheat toast. There's something off about it though. There's just kind of an off note here. It's pretty good, but it's not better than A or D or E, I don't think. All right, back to B. Let's see if B can redeem itself. It's got a long way to go. The nose now doesn't smell bad. The nose on C and B are more similar than any of the others, I would say. A little bit of grassiness, a little bit of nuttiness. It just smells, B smells young. All right, so that time I did get some spice. You do get a little bit of that bitterness, like that grassy, it's got kind of a grassy note. It's got a grassy nose and it's got a grassy flavor on the palate. There's some grassy notes in there, like, you know, like you're eating raw lettuce or something. Just like a green bitterness. But there's a little bit of cinnamon, and I'm almost out of it anyway. I think I can finish this one and say that it came in last. All right, back to A. Back to A. This is really the moment of truth to see if A blew me away because it was the first sip or because it's good. A's got a solid nose. It's not jumping out of the glass like D was, but it's got a really nice nose, like spice and caramel. All right. Yeah, that A is really good. It lights up the tongue, lights it up from the front to the back. It's got the spice, it's got the brown sugar, it's got a little bit of fruitiness. All right, so B is out. C is second to last. Let's go back to D. Yeah, Yeah, D. 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 than on this one, but there's a little bit of a bitter note there. I don't even really need to taste this one. All right, give me another second to figure this out. All right, I got my order. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Yeah, all right, so I got my order, and I have to say A is the winner, D is second, E is third, C is fourth, and B is fifth. I gotta say, I'm pretty sure I know what E is, and I have an idea of what B is, but A, C, and D, I am really not sure. So I am very excited to find out. All right, so in last place, glass B, I have a feeling that this is the Green River, but I am ready to be surprised. Holy shit. Already, I have no idea what I'm doing. Glass B was the Ben Holladay, or the Holladay Soft Red Wheat. That's really interesting. Jesus Christ. This is 6 years old, and this really tasted like, this really tasted young. This was real grassy and real grainy. And there's like a bitter note all the way through. That's it. That's crazy. Normally the Holladay Soft Red Wheat, I thought it was pretty good. When I first tried it, I noticed like a little bit of bitterness on the finish. And this time, today, I'm getting that bitterness like all the way through. Just a lot of grassy notes, a lot of bitterness. I don't know, maybe it's this bottle, because a lot of people like this Holladay Soft Red Wheat. But yeah, it's just not hitting it for me today. I don't know what to say. All right, so that means glass 4. I have no idea what it is. Let's see, 4th place. 4th place is Green River. Okay, that makes sense. But this one was pretty good. I mean, I thought it was better than the Holladay. It also had those kind of youthful notes, like fresh cut grass and wheat, but it also had some cinnamon and spice. I thought it was a pretty decent bourbon. Very pleasant to drink. For $35, this is almost half the price of this one. So I don't know what to say. All right, 3rd place, glass E. No. Really? 3rd place is the Weller. This is the Weller Special Reserve. I swear to God, I was 99% positive that 2nd place was the Weller Special Reserve. 99% positive. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ, dude. All right, so really, I assumed that glass 2 was the Weller just because the nose was so prominent and it was really jumping out of the glass, super sweet, not a lot of spice. It smelled like a, you know, kind of like a Buffalo Trace product. What the hell is this then? All right, so in 2nd place, glass D. What is it? This is the Maker's Mark 101. Jesus, dude. This is like seriously blowing my mind. I swear to God. All right, so I feel like I've been talking a lot, so I just want to quickly recap. In last place was the Holladay Soft Red Wheat. 4th place, Green River Wheated. 3rd place, Weller Special Reserve. 2nd place, Maker's Mark 101, which just smells amazing. Like it smells amazing today. I don't even know what to say. Which means 1st place is the Bardstown. That means that 1st place is the BBC, the Bardstown Bourbon Company Origin Series Wheated Bourbon. Are you kidding me? I figured this, I did kind of have an inkling that this was #1 because it just comes with a lot of sweetness and a lot of spice that a lot of the other bottles here didn't have. So I always appreciate a really good blend of sweetness and spice. I really enjoy that, and I had a feeling that Bardstown was #1. I did have a feeling there. But I swear to God, the Maker's Mark 101, I could have sworn that was Weller Special Reserve. I guess I have clearly proven that I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. But if I were you and I didn't have a bottle of Weller Special Reserve, I would go to the store immediately and buy a Maker's Mark 101 because it kicks its ass apparently, and a Bardstown Origin Series. Wow. Congratulations to the BBC and congratulations to the MM101. Honestly, I haven't had a pour of this in quite a while, and I can't believe how good it is. I really can't believe how good it is. I knew that the Bardstown was good. I knew that one was good. I had a feeling that it would do really well. All right, this is enough of this. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful. This was a complete disaster to my confidence and to my whatever. But regardless, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and I will see you next time on Average Joe's Whiskey. Good night.